Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. This is Potato, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. Hi, hello, how are you doing? Today, Potato's here because, well, honestly, he was already sitting in that chair, and Judy is laying actually on the rug next to me, very comfy, and I just didn't want to bother either of them, so that's why you're getting a little Poe today instead of our girl Judy Lou Who, but they're both fine, they're wonderful. Just answering that because anytime that Judy's not sitting in that chair, people are like, did something happen to Judy? And no, nothing did. I just didn't want to wake her from her slumber on the floor. Today, we are back to talk about another riveting live stream from Amberlynn Reid. And I probably, any other day, wouldn't have actually covered this particular live stream, because the only thing that's really particularly super interesting about it, well, I guess I would cover. I am. I'm covering this stream because Wifey, she set foot in Kentucky. She's there. She is in the residence of Amberlynn Reid, and we've got some things to talk about when it comes to that particular situation type of deal. So let's get to. So Amberlynn starts the stream off. She does a lot of like giggling, looking to the side. She's drinking a Smirnoff Ice because our queen has the taste of a young college student, an underage person who partakes in alcohol. Not to throw shade, because, you know, once upon a time I did enjoy a Smirnoff Ice moment, and now basically all I drink is hard seltzers, so, you know, no judgment here, but we do love our Smirnoff Ice Queen. I also do kind of have questions about why she has been drinking so much lately, because she used to talk about how, like, she didn't think it was good for her, she didn't like the way she felt when she was drinking, this, that, the other, so it feels weird to me all of a sudden now she's drinking again. Listen, she's able to make her own choices, but I do think that that's, like, a weird thing to note, because, like, for the past couple of years, at least, of her dating Becky, she's been very like, I don't drink, I don't like the way it makes me feel, whoever, whatever. So, it might be obvious with the context I've already given you, but Becky isn't there, but guess who is?
Where Wifey at? Next to me. No, she literally will not be on here.
And all I have to say is, throughout this whole stream, multiple times, and I'm not going to play every single clip because she repeated it several times, but, like, she talks and talks and talks and talks about how Wifey is not going to come on camera, not once, not never, and honestly, like, I don't understand. I mean, I understand, but I don't understand. Like, I feel like this is truly just clown behavior at this point, because she's really just stretching this out. Like, she will. I'm telling you, this is exactly what happened with Becky. They both agreed that it was going to be a good thing for Becky not to be on camera. Blah, 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 blah. It's going to happen. I mean, if she keeps up doing just live streams, I could see maybe feasibly how it would never happen. But if she ever goes back to vlogging or sharing parts of her life, like, that's Amberlynn's whole channel. Amberlynn's entire channel is, like, about her life. Like, how do you just have a partner and then not include it? It's not like me, where I'm not necessarily showing you things about my life every day. Like, it's very easy for Noel to be in the other room and not be on camera ever, right? But, like, your channel is about your life. How do you not include? And so I just think at this point, she's dragging this shit out so that she can capitalize as much as possible to get as many coins, which, like, girl, secure the bag for sure. But, like, eventually Wifey is gonna make an appearance on the channel. Besides, like, you've literally already FaceTimed with her while you were on live stream, and she's literally sitting right next to you this entire time. So the next part of this is Amberlynn addressing a question about whether or not Wifey had to quarantine and provide 2 negative tests and whoever, whatever.
Did Wifey have to quarantine and show 2 negatives? She kind of does quarantine a little. It seems like, because her job and whatnot. But Yeah, we're both vaccinated, so.
And I guess I just want to preface my conversation on this part of the whole video is that it's always been so spicy whenever I've shared anything about what I feel like people should do during COVID or during the pandemic to, you know, take care of themselves and the people around them. And what I will say is in the past when I've talked about this, there's been much more clear guidance on things, and it was all before vaccines were a thing. And I think now we're at a place where people are not getting vaccinated, people are vaccinated, and each different state in the United States at least seems to have wildly different guidance on what to do. And so I do think that, like, I think that there is room for a lot of things here, but I'm gonna give you my take on what's going on here. So one, Amberlynn says we're both vaccinated as a reason of why things don't why it doesn't matter that Wifey isn't quarantining. And honestly, I get where she's going with that. I really, truly do. Like, I feel pretty comfortable making decisions to spend time with my friends who I know are vaccinated without them providing me a negative COVID test every time I see them. So I get that. But also, Becky is vaccinated. So that's not entirely the point here, right? The point is that Becky came into contact with people who actually had COVID, who did test positive for COVID. And I understand what Becky's reasonings for saying, hey, I'm going to quarantine so I don't expose other people to it. Because that's the whole thing about the vaccination piece of this. Like, the vaccine protects us from, like, getting severely ill, dying, whoever, whatever, from having COVID. It doesn't stop us from potentially spreading it to other people, which is why it's important that other people get vaccinated too, so that if you come into contact with it, you're not negatively impacted, right? So the vaccine then doesn't account for the fact that Wifey just spent all this time traveling. Also, the cicadas are still here. But that doesn't negate the fact that Wifey has been traveling through airports, seemingly at least 2 airports, maybe more if she had a layover at some point, but has been traveling through airports to get to Amberlynn. Okay, who knows at this point whether or not all the people she came into contact with at the airport are vaccinated, okay? This is the point that people are trying to make to Amberlynn that Amberlynn doesn't get. So I think that she's just, like, kind of delusional about why people are upset. But even outside of COVID, okay, let's be honest, even outside of COVID, like, it is a choice for sure to bring a complete and total internet stranger that you've known for maybe a month and a half into your home. I mean, literally, Amberlynn is a public figure. People know who Amberlynn is. Like, I don't care how how much time you spent talking to a stranger on FaceTime. That doesn't mean that they couldn't still come into your home and murder you. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, that would be a lot, okay? For me, that personally would be a lot. So I don't know. I mean, the COVID thing, I think there are a lot of great and fair questions that people are asking of her when it comes to Wifey showing up. I certainly think that everybody has personal choices to make in situations like this. And for me, I'm not even making the personal choice right now to travel outside of places that I can drive to, let alone flying in an internet stranger to me and exposing myself to whatever they might have come in contact with. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's personal choices for everybody, and that's her personal choice, I guess. I also want to say I respect Becky's personal choice of, like, not exposing people to other things, and appreciate that Becky and Amberlynn are setting boundaries for themselves around that. I do, however, also understand why so many people are, like, kind of sus that this is all happening at the same time that Wifey is visiting. And then one last thing I'll say, just because every time I've ever brought up COVID and the pandemic and maybe provided some harsh critical judgment about YouTubers and what they're choosing to do, I always get met with, well, what about your friend that did this? What about your friend that did that? And to that, I just want to say, make sure that the people that you're asking me about are actually my friends, because they're probably not. They're probably not at this point. They're probably not my friend. Take what you will with that, okay? Take what you will with that. I do just want to comment about how Amberlynn talks about how hard it is to do this without Becky.
You guys, I'm sorry. This is hard to do without Becky, and I say that every time. I really do. And I almost feel like it gets harder instead of easier.
I just find that very interesting because you have said time and time again that Wifey has supported you in ways that you've never been supported. But now you have Wifey right next to you and you're telling me that it's still so hard to do without Becky. It seems like maybe Becky has supported you in some ways. It seems like maybe Becky has been there for you in some ways that Wifey can't be there for you, because she's there for you right now and it doesn't seem to be helping, huh? They also address, and this comes up a few times during the stream, but pretty quickly in the stream, somebody asks how long Wifey's gonna be there, and we get this response.
How long will she stay? I don't know. It's just however the vibe is. And the vibe's good, so.
And you're telling me you bought Wifey a one-way ticket to Kentucky and you're just gonna wait and see what the vibes are? You're just gonna wait and see what the vibes are? You're just gonna chill? Nah, Wifey's getting ready to take over Becky's part of the lease. That's what's going on here. I could not even believe or have the, like, for me, I don't even know a world where I would buy anybody, even my best friends, a one-way ticket to come stay with me for an undefined amount of time. I just couldn't. Listen, I like my personal space too much, and I wouldn't do that with a close friend, let alone a stranger who I'd never interacted before. What if she got there and you ended up hating her ass? What if? Tell me. There's another point where Amberlynn accidentally calls her Wipey.
Are you cooking for Wipey? Wipey? I did not drink. Oh my god. You guys are gross, by the way. That is not a thing.
And I just want to say, I truly, I think a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, how embarrassing that you have to be wiped to or whatever. I think, if you love somebody, I would do it for Noel. I think Noel will eventually do it for me when I'm an old person who can't wipe for myself. And I already love and appreciate Noel for that. But I do think it's kind of weird that Amberlynn read this comment, said Wipey herself, and then had the audacity to get mad at the audience, at the people watching her, for using the word wipey and saying that the audience is the gross people in this case. Like, excuse me, you just said that word without anybody bringing it up. So people ask some good critical questions. When I talk about consuming media and stuff on the internet critically, this is a good critical question where somebody asks, why can Wifey not talk if Wifey has already talked on your stream via FaceTime before?
Why can't she speak? We've heard her voice before. I don't know. I just don't feel comfortable with it. Oh.
And obviously, Amberlynn's allowed to do whatever on her channel. If she wants Wifey on the channel, if she doesn't want Wifey on the channel, that's fine. But like, this is why people don't understand her logic, don't buy what she's selling, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing is ever consistent with her, and none of the logic ever makes sense. Shit literally never adds up. That's why I'm always bringing out this damn calculator, okay? Because it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't. Now, earlier when I was talking about this, like, idea that it's just too coincidental that Becky's quarantining at the same time Wifey's visiting, well, Amberlynn addresses that.
Isn't it convenient that Becky getting put out the same week Wifey arrives? Honestly, Becky actually went in quarantine before, because the plan was she was supposed to come September 10th, but we got impatient. It was like one of them situations, so...
And honestly, all I have to say about this is the piece about Amberlynn being impatient, Amberlynn and Wifey being impatient. Like, I've said this to real life friends of mine as well. Like, if you are so in love with a person, you are literally, ideally, probably going to spend the rest of your life with that person. Why do you gotta rush it? Why do you gotta rush it? Why wouldn't you want to wait and make sure that you really knew this person well? Okay? Why do you gotta rush it? I don't understand. You literally, if you are so in love with this person, you're gonna spend the rest of your life with them. You're gonna spend the rest of your life with them. I don't get it. I don't get it. There's no rush here. No need to rush. Amberlynn also, though, does take some time to defend meeting an internet stranger.
She really has an internet stranger in her house. No, not really. I mean, kind of. But it's not like that. Like I'm sure people do one night stands and they go back to so and so's house, or like you go on a date twice and then invite them over. Like, it's like the same thing. Like, people meet online all the time. Like, it's literally 2021. I trusted her. My gut trusted her. My heart trusted her. My head trusted her. Like, you guys just make it seem so crazy. It is a little crazy, but like, not like how you guys make it seem.
And let's just be clear, the comparisons that Amberlynn is making here to just like general online dating is not the same as what she's doing, okay? Going on dates with people on Tinder and inviting them back. Okay, I'm speaking from my own personal experience here. Sorry for the overshare. But me going on dates with Noel whenever we first started dating and then bringing him back to my apartment once, twice, maybe, is way different than me meeting an internet stranger as a public figure. Okay, let's pretend that I'm now dating somebody again because I'm in this hypothetical world where I'm single as a public figure, okay? I just meet somebody through my DMs that knows who I am, knows I'm a public figure, and then talk to them on FaceTime and then say, okay, fly and come meet me for an undetermined amount of time and you can stay with me as long as you want. Those are different things. Very different things, baby. Very different things. Not the same at all, okay? And why you're trying to do this Amberlynn Reed logic here to make it all seem like, oh, it's chill. It's just like going on a date and bring them home to hook up with them. No, it isn't. It surely is not. So yeah, of course people are dating online. It is 2021. That is not something new. And also there are risks with that. I think a lot of people will tell you who have done it where there were times where they felt uncomfy and it was a risk, okay, to meet a whole stranger. Also, a lot of times when you're online dating, you, for the first time, meet in a public space. Like, there are ways to make it safe. This feels weird. Now, I think we all know that Amberlynn is trying to do the lowest effort, whoever, whatever, but she does make this comment when there are about 18 minutes left of the stream.
Gosh, okay, 18 more minutes. We got this. I could do this for an hour, sure.
And she also earlier in the stream did talk about how she was originally only going to stream for 30 minutes. And honestly, I get setting time limits. I think that's great. I personally love a schedule, love a structure. But it's just so annoying in this particular instance because it's so clear in the tone of her voice that she just really doesn't want to be there. And honestly, if I didn't want to be there, I just would not do it. I would do something else. Like, I feel like she's so overdoing live streams, but she just doesn't know what to do with, like, she talks about it even in this live stream too. She doesn't know what to do for vlogging. So I just feel like she's like, well, people watch these live streams, they super chat me a lot of money, and they pay for a membership. So low effort, I'm gonna do it, which... okay, but like, you clearly don't seem happy doing this. And then really the moment that's maybe the most exciting, which sounds so sad when it literally only happens for like 2 seconds, is Wifey shows her fingers on stream.
Do you want to just like put your fingers in the thing? Like, just like the tips of them? They really think that you're Becky. It's like the weirdest thing. Are you sure? This is just to prove. There we go.
Yes, we're talking about fingers. Okay, it makes me think about one time I said fingerlin, and I was like, ooh, that's uncomfy, but here we are. Wifey's fingers have entered the chat, and it all starts with fingers, honestly. I predict that for sure we'll eventually end up seeing Wifey on actual camera because Amberlynn can't help herself, let's be honest. She really can't. She really, really can't. And the only other thing of note is that Wifey got Amberlynn this huge ass teddy bear.
Look at. She literally got me that. Like, what? Tell me that isn't the sweetest, cutest thing in the world.
And honestly, it's so unnecessary, and I don't think this is like the sweetest, cutest thing. I don't know. My love language is not gifts, so maybe it might be different. But to me, what are you doing with this huge ass bear? What are you gonna do besides let it sit there and collect dust? Okay, you don't need this huge ass bear. You really don't. But I will say I can't wait for it to go for sale on the Instagram. You know we're gonna see that eventually once Amberlynn starts selling shit again. But also this particular shot did make me realize just how little we've seen of Amberlynn's apartment, which is fine. I don't need to see every part of her apartment, but it all felt new and strange to me. And it really is because Amberlynn hasn't been vlogging all that much. I mean, I know she probably showed this living room before, especially during Vlogmas. I feel like they have their Christmas tree set up in there. But like, it's been so long since we've gotten like a legitimate vlog from Amberlynn that I felt like I was seeing this place for the first time. So anyways, that's about it. That's all the excitement for this stream. And I don't have much more to say about it outside of I do think we'll see Wifey eventually. She's gonna pop up. We're gonna see her in this stream somewhere, somehow. I just believe it to be the case. So I'm gonna stay on the lookout. But that's about it. That's about it. That's all I have to say. So if this is your first time on my channel, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification. Also, make sure to leave me a comment. Do you think Wifey will be on stream soon? I would like to hear about it. Hit like, click share, and follow me on all of my social media. I had so much fun with y'all today. I hope you did too. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye!